Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Happy Saturday. I am so glad to have you here. Chris, Luca, Josh, Zai, as well as anybody else who's just hanging out. I am very, very glad that you're here. And today, Copper, hello. And thank you for the sub. Good lord, 6 months. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, today we are going to be finishing off Xenoblade Chronicles. We're already in the DLC, and there's not much left, which is kind of a big thing for me. I've said it before, this is my favorite game. The DLC is different, and it doesn't have the emotional weight of the base game. But even so, this is something I wanted to stream for a long time, and to be reaching the end of it is something quite big for me. And I'm so glad I've been able to share it with everybody. With that said, let us get back into it. Let us continue to explore Biona's shoulder. It is so beautiful. Between streams, I did a little bit of side questing. Not much more than that. One problem the DLC has, partly because of its just much smaller scope, it has to be. Oh, well, thank you, Luca. You're also lovely. Partly because of the much smaller scope of the DLC, a lot of the side quests end up being of the type, go to this place and pick up these specific items which don't spawn until you start the quest. Hello, Joy. Gib pets. However, what the DLC has is the amazing music when fighting fog beasts. So good. It's so good. Hi, Shadow Mage. I also, just before we actually finish, one thing I would like to address at some point is the rumors about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. For the past couple of months, the rumor mill has been going a bit crazy. That Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming, that it was originally going to be a 2021 title, hi Dragon, that it has been delayed to 2022 for, you know, because of the everything. It was expected by a lot of people to be announced during the September Direct, including me. That didn't pan out. But one thing I want to talk about is, according to the rumors, and this is an odd thing to put in rumors, because there were some rumors about the story, I tried to avoid them. Also, there's no way of knowing how accurate they are. But there was one weird technical detail, which caught my eye. Apparently, part of what they're trying to do is improve the engine so that they can have more characters on screen in each battle without, like, ruining the frame rate and resolution. And you know, it feels like this is a prototype for exactly that idea. All of these guys are in combat, simultaneously fighting, taking individual actions, and the game runs smoothly. So that's a detail that really stuck with me as feeling very real. Now, what that means about the combat system or whatever, we don't know yet. But I find it interesting that there's that rumor that they're trying to have more characters on screen, and fucking look at this. But yes, as I was saying, I did a lot of side quests. And in fact, I believe there are only 3 side quests left in the entire game. And we're going to do them today. Lads, 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 indeed. The first one is we now have 11 of the 12 Pun Spectres. Which means we have finally gathered all of them. And one deserves his reckoning. Your lads are here for you.
One just want nap.
Meh, Pun Spectres all in one place. Such rich feeling of fulfillment. Truth is, one still not actually ready yet. Hello, Red Mage. Now, no throwing fit of tantrum. Is no need to sweat minor details. Just hear one out. While travel along Clear Sky Bluff, one gets set upon by band of Cutpurse Igna who steal important memo. Without information contained in memo, ultimate purpose of Pond Spectre cannot be fulfilled to fill. One beg of friends on own honor as chief. Please to retrieve memo. This little fucker. Always giving me the runaround. It's fine though. One thing I do want to quickly talk about is Lost and Found. Those little Pororo's favorites, those things that one Nopon dropped all across here, I found all 20 of them. I found 15 of them without a guide, and I found the other 5 of them with a guide. I have no shame in using a guide. This is a big area to look for 20 random things. Let's go give them to her. Before we deal with that heckin' heck. We are also, a bit surprisingly, going to be using Shulk today. For at least one quest. Because we are going to do our best to 100% this game. Or at least the DLC. And one of the quests is... It's pretty difficult no matter who you have. Without Shulk, it's close to impossible. Hi, lady.
Yay!
Meh. Friends find some of Pororo's fave? Show Pororo, please. Dragon, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Minded Sky, bringing you up to 17 total. My lord. You'll need a stop, but thank you. Good jobbings! Friends found 10 of Pororo's favorite already. Treasure this reward like just born Little Pon. So once again, you get rewards for getting 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20, I believe. Incredible effort. Friends found 15 of Pororo's favorite. Friends deserve material, reward, and extra pat on back. Quick Step is a very useful gem in certain things. It has no effect in battle. It just makes you faster running around the world, but especially in the base game, it's so convenient to have. And that's Quick Step 6, which is very good. 1, 2, 3, and all here. All 20 bits. Pororo's favorite, all safely returned. Pororo not know how to express elation. Congrats for days and days. Friends did unbelievable job and deserve unbelievable reward. Nothing! Now Pororo can go to Grandel and face esteemed person with no fear for personal safety. Pororo, thank friends. Thank friends so much. And for that, we get 50,000 gold and a debuff resist 5. Which is super good. The rewards for this quest do make it worthwhile. At least getting to 15 for that Quick Step Gem 5 can be fantastic. I said Quick Step 5. It is in fact Quick Step 6. Okay. I do want to get all the Pond Spectres. He was at Clear Sky Bluff. Whoops, I do not want to put down a marker. And we will actually find out in a moment why he was over here. It's worth noting, this is probably going to be a slightly shorter stream, given how little we have left. I don't mind that. I would rather we have as much as we have, rather than trying to force it to be longer. But also, I will be very sad to see the series go. in terms of, like, pure viewership numbers, it hasn't been my best. But in terms of general enjoyment, how much I like showing this game to people, it has been one of my favorite streaming experiences. And not a lot of games will match. But for those who are concerned, don't worry. This may be the end of Xenoblade Chronicles, but it is not the end of Xenoblade Chronicles. There will be more Chronicles of the Xenoblade nature. Okay. Dude told me to come here. I think maybe it's actually down below. Hi, Gravity. There's a bunch of Ignas over there. Whoops. Well, thank you, Copper. I think there's space for both. It's also worth noting, there's no point, like, over-grinding in this game, in the DLC. The level cap is 80. Where the heck? Where the heck? If I set this as the active quest, will it show me? It will not. There's a unique monster there. I fought him off screen. But he's also not very exciting. There we go. Level 75 makes him actually one of the highest level monsters in the game. That puts him, I think, 5 levels below the final boss, who I believe is level 80. With Spear Break and Starlight Kick, we can once again get a forced topple. One of my favorite experiences, I've done it on stream and I've done it off stream, but it always feels so good, is when you see an enemy about to do one of their stronger attacks, and then you manage to topple them just a moment before. It feels so good. Well, here's your memo, you dickbag. You're a bag of dicks, you understand me? Memo is safely in hands. Best news! Now finally can set sights on true goal. Much thanking to express. Friends not only lead Pond Spectres here, but also bring back lost Memo. As reward, we'll let friends in on secret. True purpose of Pond Spectre mission. Oh ho! Yes, they had a secret mission coming here. We've heard from several of the Pond Spectres that they were promised a great treasure. And this is presumably what he's talking about. We get a strength up 4 for that, which is a really good gem. Now to reveal objective of Pond Spectres. Drum roll, please. Ready? Okay. Objective is to obtain thing which mentioned in memo. But what is thing? And also, 10-2, pretty sure we already Pond Spect everywhere. Nona have pierced veil. Through occult rites, obtain true lore concerning relics that hide on Biona's shoulder for eons. So there really is treasure, it not myth. That mean nest egg of Hekasa, so unlawfully seized, will be returned? Yeah, what is treasure in actual fact? Oh dear, did one again forget to announce? Treasure is, ready for it, is foodstuff of ancients, Fungus aureus, in modern lingo translate to golden shroom. Hello, Zach. I like that Poop Dance and this dude are basically the same mood. Yeah, they came all this way, spent at least one person's entire retirement fund to get a mushroom. Not to worry, Noggin. If Pond Spectres find golden mushroom trove, return borrowed fund will be easy as a measure of slope. Something not add up here. I forget weird feeling from all the fungus talk. Cheap! Pfeiffer think maybe there's still more that need saying, eh? Why not we go over things one more time from top? Meh. 1-1 feel called out, but okay. 1-1 talk everyone through it. For begin, 1-1 discover memo in Archaeology Center archives which give location of Golden Shroom store place. You're not 100% wrong, Josh and Luca. Pfeiffer knew it! Was Chief himself that wreck Archaeology Center like Arden in Pollenorb Kitchen? 1-1 just trip over some boxes. And anyway, back to subject. In detail, that unfortunate location on memo suffer lack of exactitude and precision fill coordinates. That's why I needed to combine data from all Pond Spectre surveys and use to dodecangulate hiding place of prize. You know, you only need 3. That's how triangulation works. No one has ever needed to dodecangulate. But I appreciate their use of what would technically be the correct word. So, good job there, guys. If no location, then better spill quick. Hearing about Golden Shroom is making Hekasa woozy with what? Then listen up. Golden Shrooms. They sleep in ruins at very deepest end of Nothis necropolis. Tay Pond Spec necropolis up and down. There's no ruins in back, else Tay would have found. But of course Tay not find. Entrance to ruins hidden with ingenious contraption in necropolis. Very advanced. While everyone work on retrieve memo, 1-1 solve mystery of riddle, and now ruins are accessible as leisure pools. Meh. Eye of Nonona glimpsed the way path. Finally time is nigh as never before. Well, that's just wonderful. Mikasa, have to admit, was almost ready to report Chief on account of ineptitude. Yeah, he deserves it, the fucker. 1-1 have to say, when memo stolen, 1-1 have panic moment. If someone swipe Golden Shrooms from under nose. Luckily, not have to worry about that. When we claim Golden Shrooms, all hard work rewarded in full, and then some. Even Archaeology Center surely forgive. As for friends, please to escort 1-1 and rest of Pond Spectre team until can recover prize from Nothis necropolis. Naturally, we more than happy to share Golden Shrooms as reward for services rendered so far. I don't really want your mushrooms, bro. When friends ready, then light is green for go for spot of treasure hunt.
Just one nap.
So, the Pond Spectres have come to the shoulder in search of treasure. Finding it will be their last request for you. Let's help them track down the loot. The reward is 100,000 experience. It is so far beyond any other quest. It is very, very helpful. But in terms of item reward, it is simply listed as question mark. And 1-1 joins. The Pun Spectres are all united. And now is when I have to switch up my party. Slight spoiler, there is a fight before we get to the treasure. And according to at least some people, opinions are split. Some people consider this fight to be harder than the strongest super boss in the base game. Just so that everybody knows where we stand. Yeah. There is a level 120 super boss in the main game. Some people regard this one as more difficult. People disagree on which one is more difficult, but it's on par. So before I do that, I want to do something I haven't really shown off much, which is over here. You can buy arts manuals, which allow you to upgrade your arts to higher levels.
Oh.
These require, you can see at the bottom there, I've got 38 arts coins. Those are obtained every time you beat a unique monster for the first time, or a fog beast. So it's pretty easy to get as many of them as you like. And I'm just going to get pretty much every art book for every character. I can. I'm not going to get Summon Aqua or Wind, because I don't use them. Reflection I definitely want. Happy with that. Shield I want. I want Covert Stance. Metal Blast, Head Shaker, and Noggin Shot. And for Nene, I want Hammer Beat. Again, I'm being a lot more cautious with this than I need to be. Yeah, I think that's good. It should allow us to level up a lot of our arts a lot further. And Shulk, in fact, has nearly 100,000 AP. What I did do at one point was level up his shield and his armor as much as I could. I'm also going to level up Purge, just to increase the effect time. For no particular reason. And then Backslash is Shulk's major damage dealing art. Slit Edge is useful. Light Heal never heals that much, but any amount of healing is good. Shadow Eye is very useful on Shulk, just because it decreases his aggro. So if he does manage to pull aggro, it's less of an issue. Hammer Beat is very good on Nene, as actually is Feather Swing. And I'm going to do something a little bit weird. Which is, in spite of the usefulness of Topple and Daze, I'm not going to give Nene a Topple or a Daze art. I don't want Nene to be toppling. Because this fight, this boss, has a really nasty topple spike. Because of course it does. Where are the two edges added? Guard shift and last stab. There we go. I am also very possibly going to be doing something maybe a bit unorthodox with this fight. And if I do, I accept it. If everyone decides to unfollow me after I do the unorthodox thing, I accept that too. Sir. What? Is this dude drunk? He is! So I tried it. Just a sip. I just wanted to try. The Bama something or other, whatever that drink's called he's selling. It's fine. Mostly it's inoffensive, I guess. I have never seen this detail. I don't even know who he's talking about that's clearly selling the most powerful alcohol known to man. But it is time. I'm genuinely nervous about this. Because I remember this fight. Shulk is now level 79, which means most of the enemies here are so low level, they won't even notice him. Which is great. Enemies that previously gave us a lot of trouble, we can just wander past. Only one of them is high enough level that it would even care. And I don't want to bother it, so you know what? You just do your thing. And this, which was previously a wall, is now an open door. Up above us is nothing in particular. Just a few bats flying around. And down below us is a giant treasure trove. Seems straightforward enough. I can't see anything possibly going wrong. Yeah, we can just walk up there and take it. Dum-de-dum. Just a line of pun specters behind us. Okay. Okay, so I have to go up to the thing first. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Maybe I've just, like, hyped everybody up for something that's not going to happen. Let me guess. Only one can open it. Looky there, is treasure chest. Oh my, it's almost equal in beautiful to delicate features on Fates of Tutu. Hold on, one go and open. Can't open yet? Please hold on another moment. Oh. But where is the monster that's supposed to be guarding secret treasure? Such awful anticlimax. Yes, it is one of, I think, 4 dragons in the entire game. Evelyn, what is wrong with face? You look as if seeing monster. Evelyn did see monster! Evelyn not even kidding! Everyone, now is time to stand and fight. Nothing can squat between pun specters and well-deserved treasure. And this, at level 80, is Prospector Davra, who has a mean proximity spike. I immediately used Shulk to get armor up, because Monado armor solves a lot of problems. But Purge can also just completely remove that proximity spike. But we haven't seen even a fraction of what makes him tough yet. Just keep on using armor and Purge when you can. Aim to build up your party gauge. Grave Fang is pretty powerful. Purge him, heal Nene. Carapaea Tail is a force topple on everyone in range and also does a shit ton of damage. But the dangerous one is Igneous Breath.
Sorry.
Which killed everybody. Igneous Breath is the meanest fucking attack in the game, because it deals huge amounts of damage, and then you're left to deal with his spike. Like, he's still going to keep dealing damage to you constantly. Prospector Davrim is incredibly difficult. Sir, why? I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Dragon.
We're ready for your assistance. Nene, great attack.
This guy, again, is a unique monster. He's not very interesting, to be honest.
Never give up, Spirit is here upon way. Have to brag to Dead upon once Nene get back.
One thing I do want to do... Shulk's equipment, I want to update a little bit. Instead of his haste up... instead of his haste 3, I am going to give him... Where is it? Talent boost. It reduces his auto attack damage, which is never his strength anyway, but increases how quickly his talent gauge fills up, which for Shulk is, you know, fundamentally important, because we need him to keep on doing armor. You know, if the spiders could stop following me, fucking fine.
We're ready for your assistance. This will leave a mark. Stay correct. Let's focus on just one more left. Fast flash, almost there.
Just please go away, all of you. Thank you.
Brag to Dead upon once Nene get back. Winning just come natural to Kino.
So now we have an opportunity once again
Everyone, let's go.
to take on Prospector Davrim.
Witness true power of hero born in training.
Ow! Why would you focus on Shulk?
We're ready for your assistance.
You'll notice everyone's toppled. I'm going to use the Pun Spectres to do Blue Caress. This is a heal, plus provides debuff immunity to the party. is a very useful one in this fight. Everyone's healed, everyone is untoppled, and for a while, we are completely immune to... Not to damage, though. Armor up. I have upgraded armor to the maximum, so it reduces both physical and ether damage by, in theory, 75%. There's Igneous Breath. God damn it! Oh god!
Behold the power of the Monado.
God, this fight is insane. One of the things that makes it so difficult is in the base game, you get visions. Shulk can no longer get visions. So you no longer know when a deadly attack is coming. Yeah, that's it. This fight is absurdly difficult. And so the time has come. I am going to enable casual mode. Casual mode is actually something I would recommend for a lot of people. This fight is ridiculously difficult. Casual mode doubles the damage you deal, halves the damage you take, cuts spike damage to 1/10. Hi, Shadow Mage. And just overall makes fights like this much, much easier to deal with. So I did, Shadow Mage, but I forgot. For those of you who are interested, casual mode can be turned on or off at any time. It is not a permanent change. If you are playing the base game especially, casual mode is fantastic for grinding up to the high 90 levels. Because casual mode does not reduce your rewards in any way. It just makes it easier to experience the story of the game. And in this case, it will make this boss actually fightable. Now, you'll notice, he is still dealing chunks of damage to me. I am not tearing through him like butter. This is still a difficult fight, as it should be. It's just much more achievable. Igneous Breath. Look at the damage Igneous Breath does, by the way, on casual mode. Shadow Mage, it takes a lot of luck. The strategy I was using before, which is Shulk switching between a lot of armor and purge, that is the recommended strategy. I was doing it right. It just comes down to luck whether or not he uses Igneous Breath. But look at the damage he did, especially to Kino. This is on casual mode. That is half of the damage we could expect him to deal. Because my armor must have worn off by then. It is so difficult. Fortunately, the Pun Specters can heal us. It is worth noting, the first time I played this, I beat this dude in non-casual mode. It just wasn't fun. Igneous Breath again. This time, I had Monado armor up. So, to be honest, it wasn't that bad. And you know what? Fuck you. The Pun Specters will finish this.
Everyone, let's go! Perspectives, do it now!
Ah, I missed it. I think it is appropriate that the Pun Specters were the ones who finished this. It was, after all, their quest. 1-1 going to feel that one in the morning. Meh, Chief, please open chest already. If not, make it quick. Might spell more monster trouble with capital M. So yeah, Shadow Mage, to do it in non-casual mode, I would recommend, I was doing Purge a lot. I would recommend just keep armor up. The spike is not the major issue. The major issue is just that Igneous Breath, which is really mean. If you keep armor up, you've got a fair chance of surviving. Yes, that makes sense. It's open! Golden shrooms are good as got. Pun Spectre Guild is saved. Wait. Were mushrooms inside box whole time? Oh. Something wrong? Maybe mushrooms shrivel up like face of Granny Pun? That entirely correct. That's what we fought a level 80 boss for. Why are they so dry? Even fungus contain moisture, dummy. When left out for a long time, of course they dry out. And with this level of dry, there's no way to undry, even if soak in water. What? No, this is impossible. Golden shrooms have won one's dream. What Chief wanted to do with mushrooms after get anyway? It's not normal to be such grumpy trousers. Memos say that golden shroom have flavor profile unlike any foodstuff that anyone ever eat. Unparalleled delicious. if could cultivate golden shrooms we found, then could start selling and never hurt for monies again in life. But with mushrooms so dry, plan is ruined. What chief need money for anyway? They can, Copper, especially depending on the mushroom. Well, here is things. Right now, Archaeology Center is on verge of go bankrupt. When 1-1 become chief, old chief tell all about financial situation. Long story short, it bad. Deep bad. Dire bad. Sure thing, Luca. Enjoy sleep. To reduce running cost, 1-1 reduce prospecting hours and change tack to focus on fundraise. When decide on new slogan, also want to choose one that inspire prospectors to have pride and raise morale. 1-1 spend days and nights looking for way out of dead-end circumstance. Then, one day, stumble on fateful memo. That give 1-1 glimmer of hope for save center from get repossessed. Setset had no idea! This one thing 1-1 not forget to say. Rather, could not bring self to say and make co-workers feel unease. Chief, we prospectors, not just subordinates, we all colleagues. Friends, if had said. Everyone put noggins to work. 10-2. Sneef. We not let you give up so easily? Meh. Chief did not search chest thorough like. Pfeiffer rummage properly, corners and all. Chief, quick to cast peepers this away! Underneath dusty layer of dry golden shrooms. All this stuff look expensive as hex. They're more chunky loot than even Nopon merchant can carry. If sell all this, we'll definitely make bank. 10-2 have to agree. If we convert loot into monetary assets, Archaeology Center is saved. Wicked. So yeah, they didn't get their golden mushrooms. They just got actual gold. Prospectors could never have discovered fabled treasure without friends. Golden shrooms all dry and gnarly, but other stuff here have economic value. Future of Archaeology Center look bright. 1-1 also find this in treasure chest. As promised, we'll give to friends. In truthness is hardly enough to repay all favors that friends do for 1-1 and other prospectors. To sweeten deal, prospectors will hang around friends until friends ready to go home. How sound? Favor for favor is glorious new favor-sharing economy. We now partners, yes, and as partners can work miracles. The prospectors have found their treasure. This will ensure a prosperous future for the Archaeology HQ. For that we get 100,000 experience, which is plenty, and the Nerthus Crown. The prized Nerthus Crown that the prospectors have given you is a headpiece specially for Melia. Wear it in battle and you're sure to feel the prospector spirit surging through you. And I like the little photo we get. It is very cute. And now... Whoops. Options. Game settings. Casual mode off. Simple as that. If you find a single boss absurdly difficult, there you go. I appreciate it as an option. This is the only time in what is now approaching a 140-hour experience that I have felt any need to use it. But, as with a lot of things, I feel like more options is better. Just for accessibility. Give people the opportunity to play the game at a lower level. I understand there are situations where that isn't really realistic. My big example is Dark Souls. The difficulty of Dark Souls is like a fundamental mechanic. An easier Dark Souls is an inferior game. Whereas an easier Xenoblade Chronicles is not an inferior game. Anyway, I want to check this fancy schmancy gear we just got for Melia, the Nerthus Crown, which gives 120 physical defense and 220 physical defense, 120 ether defense. It is absurdly good. We can also show you what it looks like. How do I remove this? Yeah. I really don't like the way it looks, unfortunately. It's like all dragony, which I get the style they're going for. I just don't think it works that well. I am going to keep Melia in her glasses. I think the thinner frames work better. But yeah, it is an incredible piece of equipment. And the fact that the reward for doing the most difficult quest in the game is specifically a piece of equipment for Melia kind of confirms something that I've said before. This is Melia's story. Shulk and Kino and Nene are here, and they're great, and they're important. But this is the story of reclaiming the capital city of the High Entiad. It is the story of reclaiming the throne of the High Entiad. That's Melia's story. That's not Shulk's, that's not Kino's, that's not Nene's. And there is, in fact, only one side quest left. The Fallen. I picked this up.
What happened?
Hi, Paula. I picked up this quest off stream, but basically a kid just gave me a note, and someone said they're waiting for Melia at Companion's Cape. That's all we know so far. Also, Paula, we just fought a dragon. One of only a handful in the entire fucking game. You know, I take that further. One of only a handful in the entire series.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, chair. How are you two doing? Yeah, fuck dragons. God, can you imagine how good dragon steak would taste? Pig is a cutie, more like also you. Got him. Shadow Mage, that is not what I was going for. But I'm also not going to argue with you if that's what you're going for. Oh, beautiful dragon. Everyone, if you want to fuck dragons, we got one. We can grab a few more gems, but I don't think we really need them. Look, damage heal is an interesting one. Damage heal is a kind of weird gem. Every time you take damage, you also heal a certain amount of damage back. So, it almost just reduces the amount of damage you take. It's bizarre. I mean, the Dragonborn in D&D definitely came about that way, Josh. The T stands for horny. Yeah, that's what I said, Dragon. And there we go. The person we came here to meet. Those who have watched the rest of this DLC may already have guessed. It is the Happy Mask Salesman again. Gaelgar. I've been expecting you. I was quite certain you would respond to my invitation, and here you are. Do not feel too pleased with yourself. I said I would spare you, but the offer was only good for one transgression. That right! Creepy Birdman ought to know when to quit. This time we smack Creepy Birdman so hard, go up in puff of feathers. I may regret asking this, but what is your goal here? For those who haven't been here for the rest of the DLC, this guy with the Happy Mask Salesman smile is also an absurd racist. He thinks only half High Entia are, like, pure, and all other races are shitty. I doubt you would have gone to all this trouble to stage a teary reconciliation. You are not fit to rule this new age. I beg your pardon. Though holy commingled blood runs in your veins, complicity with the purebloods marks you as naught but a filthy traitor. But not me. I will overthrow the pureblood and the accursed past alongside it. I am the one suited to rule the High Entia. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, bitch. After all this time, you're still clinging to your delusions? I will say it as many times as it will take. I will rule in this brave new world. My commingled blood will be paramount. And you will be dirt beneath my soles. Gaelgar, more than anything, I find you pitiable. Melia, don't underestimate him. I know. Very well, let us end it.
I will take dominion over all.
Resentful Gaelgar. Is a pretty powerful fight. Unfortunately, I am also 3 levels higher than him. Meaning he's not as much of a challenge as he would otherwise be. We can get our forced topple on him, as he deserves. Plus, we have all the Pun Specters. Would it be more difficult without the Pun Specters? Probably. It is worth noting, though, he is really hurting Nene, which is making me like him less. Hi, Niv. And Gaelgar is defeated. Why? Why? Truth. Justice is on my side. The mingled blood was destined to rule. You need to break free from the past. How dare you? You are so possessed by the matter of bloodlines that you use them as the sole determinant of good and evil. Just like those purebloods whom you purport to despise once did. No, you're wrong. I'm not. I didn't. I am nothing like them. Gaelgar, my countryman though you may be, your deeds in this land cannot be forgiven. You presume to judge me, child? Furthermore, you merit punishment, and yet I do not feel fit to mete it out. Where is this going? The pain you suffered for your mixed blood may be past, but the responsibility for it lay in part with the Imperial family. I feel that you should be afforded some consideration in recognition of that fact. It is all over, Gaelgar. Mend your ways and seek a new path of life, while you still have a life to live. Meh. Yeet. He's doing gravity experiments, just like me. What? Gaelgar. Thank you, Copper. Oh, Luca, before you sleep, just once more. This is not related to the scene, anybody. This is just for Luca. That wretch. Was this always the end he was destined to meet? Or was it the only end he imagined remaining open to him? Kind of, Niv. Basically, he believed that he was destined to rule, and if he couldn't be the ruler, he didn't want anything. Melia, it wasn't your fault. Let us away, friends. Our work is still far from over. Yeah! Need everyone together to defeat nasty King of Fog. You're right. Throw yourself after him. Nice, Niv! It's a language I've always wanted to learn, and it's lovely to see you taking it up. And with that, there's very little left to do in the game. There are no further side quests that have opened up. In terms of 100%ing, I haven't technically 100%ed this. I haven't finished the Collectopedia for Alchemoth, because these two collectibles are incredibly difficult to get. I spent about 4 hours finding collectibles and didn't find a single one of these. The things you get, the rewards, are pointless. So this is the one thing I'm not going to complete. I'm satisfied with that. One small touch I wanted to point out is the Pun Spectres. Obviously, they've all got names, which relate to their numbers, but they also have a counting system. If you look, 1-1 is a single stripe. 2-2 is 2 stripes. Dry is 3. Phosphora is 4. Fifa is an arrow. Hekasa is arrow dash. It's similar to Roman numerals in that sense. Except they don't have a specific symbol for 10. 10 is just 2 5s. But once you get to that, instead of appearing underneath, it appears to the side. So, we are very nearly done. Just before I head to the end, there have been these symbols on the map that I have been ignoring throughout the whole game. These are similar to the heart-to-hearts in the base game, but they give no functional benefit. In the base game, they improve affinity. Affinity is not a thing in the DLC. These are just quiet moments. They're moments when the characters can reflect, can talk. I want to do a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'd like to do a few of them since we have time. If you don't already meet the conditions for viewing a given scene, feel free to come back to it when you do. I'm pretty sure I meet the conditions for every scene. Okay, we need Shulk and Nene. Easy enough.
Brother, sister Pon. Hope they're not giving Mama Pon too much trouble buckets.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you. Something about stubbing his toe?
Little Pon never change. Nene will run back later and go, there.
Aww.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nene been reminiscing about Frontier Village, tiny bit.
I see. So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in Paz, Nene always adventure into Magna Forest with Brother Sister Pon and climb trees every day.
I assume you were the responsible one then.
That silly question. Nopon boys all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama Pon to handle, so Nene have to help take care of Brother Sister Pon and Dada Pon all full up.
I wonder what Ricky would have to say to that.
Dadapon, after he'd chosen for Village Hero Pon and set off on great adventure with Mr. Shulk, house become total pigsty, hungry little Pon underfoot everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must mean...
Yep, before Nene became friends with Mr. Shulk and friends here, we actually met 1 year ago, back in Frontier Village. Dadapon, stomach rumbly. Dadapon, need food. Dadapon, give grab.
What's interesting is there was actually
You're
a
kidding.
Nopon in that
I'm
scene.
sorry. I feel kind of bad about this now.
Who looks
Though,
just like
in
her.
my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different Noppon.
In Noppon biology, aged between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That why, when compare Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it not too surprising if not realize they the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that a Noppon could grow that much in a single year.
Shulk, have you never heard of puberty?
Now Mr. Shulk can rely on post-growth spurt Nene more than ever.
Because the same thing happens in
We can
humans.
always count on Noppon. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
But
She
Nene
said.
have these moments lately when get teeny bit lonely.
Hmm?
Ah, poor Hum Hum. Mr. Shulk, such chowhound.
I don't think that was me.
Nene prepared some grub, too sweet. Now, Mr. Shulk, go cook Kino and Miss Melia and tell to wash up.
Really, that's...
Aw.
We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Kino. But really, she's just a kid. No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shulk,
He's
something
homesick.
happened? Tell me too rumbly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Mama?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in with a meal. It'll be more fun that way.
Mr. Shulk would not say no.
A lot of these scenes are incredibly cute. That's why I just wanted to touch on one or two of them. I believe there's no one still hanging around Companion's Cave. You know, on account of how it was abandoned and then the one person who was here committed suicide. Yes, Niv, she is Ricky's daughter. And Nene is Ricky's adopted son. Sorry, Kino. Kino is Ricky's adopted son. There are two more I wanted to do. I don't actually remember anything about them in particular. But they're fairly easy to get to. I will not tell you, Niv, one way or the other. I will simply tell you, Ricky is good. I think it's up here? No? Oh, it's in a weird spot, isn't it? There's quite a cute one I remember, but it's in a weird spot. And I don't want to waste time, so instead, I'm going to go to the one at Eternal Zenith. Wait. I could have sworn there was one up here. Am I bonkers? I mean, the answer is evidently yes. I just didn't realize I was bonkers. Chat, you have to tell me when I go insane. Ah, it's one level down. And I'm gonna change the time to early morning. Oh. That's interesting. You haven't viewed the necessary quiet moments. So some of them are like chains, where you have to view one before viewing another. That is something I don't remember. Because when I played it for myself, I did all of them. Thank you, Dragon. I will posture check. But then I will do this one on the junks. This one has to be nighttime. And it requires both Kino and Melia. Which is nice because it's two people we haven't had before.
Such very depressed.
Aww,
What
tiny
is it, Kino?
baby.
Has something happened?
Miss Melly.
Why the sighing? It's unlike the bright, bubbly Kino I know.
What? Kino not allowed to be moody? Is sensitive, especially at age of now.
I see. Then I hope you'll forgive me. So something worrying you? Anything you care to discuss with me?
Doubt if can help. But maybe Miss Melly have some advice.
Oh, very well. In that case, I'm all ears.
Kino follow Miss Melly and Shaw calls Skulky like to come with.
Yes, quite.
But at start, Kino never think Kino come to such very far away place. That why, when Kino leave, Kino not say bye-bye to Mama Pon. If
Aww.
Kino come back now, there's sure to be heck to pay. When Mama Pon angry, wants to look like Chewy Toy. Just thought of remember makes Moo go plunge.
Did Oka really have such force of character? But don't fret. It's only because she worries about you. That intensity is nothing but a sign that you are loved dearly, Kino.
Miss Melly sure.
Yes. I'd say she only scolds you because she cares.
Mama Pon get angry because love. Kino not really understand.
Look at it this way. Kino, you are her beloved son. If you were hurt, Oka would be sad, would she not? Therefore, when she scolds you, it's to try and ensure that you don't put yourself in harm's way. So, do not think it cruelty.
Kino no. Everything resolved if Miss Melly just asked Mama Pon to tone down harsh when angry at Kino. If do that, even Mama Pon may become a bit gentler upon.
No, that I cannot do.
Mama, why no?
You really need me to explain. Isn't it the mark of a hero pon to take responsibility for their own actions?
Aww.
At least I believe Ricky did, to an extent. If you wanted to come with us, you should have asked Ricky and Oka's permission to begin with. Don't you think that's what a hero pon ought to do?
Mama!
You'll find as you go through life, similar situations may reoccur. If they do, and if you act the way you did this time, nobody will acknowledge you as a true hero pon.
Ah!
Miss Melly so stern. Kino admit defeat. Sneaking on the boat was naughty behavior.
Kino, once you realize you have done wrong, you must reflect on it and rectify it as soon as you can. If you let the chance slip you by, you may not get another.
Kino got it, Miss Melly. From now, Kino promised to never follow friends or sneaky skulky again. We'll follow friends proudly.
Oh. It seems I didn't explain properly after all. What you did wrong was to cause Oka undue concern. So you'll have to accept your punishment, put time into self-reflection, and next time, simply do better. That is the behavior that will let you grow on your path as a mighty hero.
Understood. Kino promise.
I wonder if he really understood.
There are many more of these. You can see most of them on the map. They're over there. They're scattered all over. As I said, I'm not going to go through all of them, simply because it would take a very, very long time. But if you play this yourself, I strongly encourage you to grab them as you see them, simply because they build the story out a little bit more. There are especially a few between Melia and Tyrea, in spite of the fact that Tyrea never joins the party, which build up their relationship quite nicely. But the time has come. I need to make sure everybody is properly equipped, including having all the correct arts. And then the time will have come. I do want last stand, though. Yeah, in place of that. And it is time to go to Elkamath and to face the final boss. Before I do that, though, I'm going to take a short break. I need to get some water. I need to do a bit of a stretch. Chat, I suggest you do the same if you are able to do so. And I'll put on some music. And I will be back in about 2 minutes. Chat, I strongly encourage you to vibe, because vibing is a good thing to do. And when I return, we will head towards the final boss. And I am back. I have to say, I'm kind of nervous about this. This is a tough fight that we're going to go into. But that's not what's making me nervous. It's just it's kind of momentous coming to the end of this. I would like to do this during daytime, and while I was... It was a really cool view I managed to find at one point. There we go. Through the broken ceiling of Elkamath, you can see the rift in the sky. And there are a couple of cool spots to see it. That's going to grow larger and larger until we deal with it. Actually, there was something I quickly wanted to do with Melia's equipment. Melia's equipment, honestly, isn't... Her gems aren't that great. What I want to give her is... Not Blaze Attack. Electric Plus increases electric damage by 40%. Given that Summon Bolt is already her most powerful attack. That's very good. Give her an HP plus 4 instead of an HP plus 2. And she doesn't need agility. So I'm going to give her another electric plus. Which now means her most powerful attacks are dealing 75% extra damage on top of that. And she's got some boosted HP. Yeah, Niv. That's certainly a question. I mean, it's worth noting Monolith are an in-house Nintendo developer, so they probably have closer contact with Nintendo people. But also, like, I understand Kingdom Hearts 3 probably cannot run natively on the Switch. God damn it. What a 1.5 and 2.5 remix definitely can. Hi, Stitch. You can, Stitch. It just... Ow. Depending on how hard you run on the Switch, it might damage you.
As you wish.
Oh, all right. Nene's big sister pun, so we'll let Kino have first go. Really? Kino on cloud number 9. Why life test Nene so? It's not easy being responsible adult.
I don't know if you caught all of that. Kino and Nene were asking to ride on Melia's shoulders. And Nene, being the older sister, said that Kino can go first. It's so fucking adorable. There is one more quiet moment up here, if I remember correctly. This is the ancient High Entium mural, showing the old battle between the Bionis and the Mechonis, and predicting its return. We need Shulk in the party.
Not long now, father, brother. With these two hands of mine, I will reclaim Alchemoth.
Hey, Melia, are you nervous?
Do not worry, Shulk. I'm just a little heightened. Trembling with excitement, as Dumban might say.
That's good to hear. I suppose it's no great wonder, though.
How about yourself? You've been given a big role to play. Taking it in your stride as usual.
Well, I've been remembering our time on the Bionis shoulder. It hasn't been easy. But we found the refugees here. Got to know Teelan and so on. I'm glad we came.
I see.
If we can retake the capital, and then get ourselves back to Colony 9, that'll be us sorted.
Sorted? Huh?
That's right. We're just about there now. We've got this, you know.
I mean...
I'm sure.
There is still a cosmic threat.
What's wrong?
Say, Shulk. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the rift?
Right. Considering everything we've seen so far, we don't really know all that much about it. I've never seen anything like it. The Fog King, I mean. It's alien to the Bionis and Mechonis.
Indeed. The rift is a complete and utter enigma to us. All we know for certain is that its existence poses danger. A wholly new threat. For a wholly new world.
Sounds ominous.
Are my fears unfounded?
To be fair, there's a lot about this world that's different. Frankly, it's anyone's guess right now. Does it bother you? The rift, I mean.
It should.
I have an ill premonition.
Oh?
Disaster. Complete ruin. Inescapably looming over our future. I know not why, but that is the vague dread that I feel when I consider the rift.
Hey now.
I'm sorry. I know we have a big task ahead. I'll try to keep my chin up.
It's okay. Your misgivings may just be a weird hunch. Or for all we know, they might come true tomorrow. But there's plenty more we don't know.
Stitch, there's no
The
rift
future.
between our hearts.
No one knows it for certain. Still, that doesn't mean we're entirely helpless. Our actions, they're what shapes the future. We've proven that countless times already. So I think we'll get through this. If we stand together, no power in the world can stand against us.
Shulk. I swear, you never change.
Oh, sorry. I guess I might have gone a bit overboard.
No, I don't think that's possible. I think your words have hit the mark exactly. The future is ours, and it is decided here. All we can do is give our all to build a better one. Indeed, whatever awaits ahead. I seem to be in your debt again. You keep doing this, always helping me when I'm down.
I didn't really do anything, though. I'm just happy I could lift you up.
They're
My
so
thanks.
good.
All right, then. We have crucial work to do.
Defeat the Fog King and restore Alchemoth, right?
Exactly right. Shall we?
That's essentially an optional story cutscene. Shulk, I just noticed, is level 80. There would previously have been a teleporter here, which would have led up to the throne room. It is currently inactive. In fact, there is only one working teleporter in the entirety of Alchemoth. It is the one which leads to our final confrontation. Worth noting, I have never done this fight as Melia. Past this point, you will not be able to go back or save the game, and falling in battle will return you to the title screen. It is recommended to save before continuing. Are you prepared? This is one of my favorite features of games. I adore it when a game tells you that there's a point of no return. It is such an easy thing to add to a game. And passing a point of no return without knowing it is always frustrating. And there it is.
Right here. Fog King looking awfully foggy today.
I would guess it correlates with the widening of the rift.
It changes nothing. The time is now.
And the powered up replica Monado. Is able to strike the Fog King.
Miss Melly, it's working.
Yes, now then.
This, interestingly,
Let's go!
is Zanza's
My
busty.
friends, lend me your strength. The future belongs to us.
King of Fog will no name of
Stitch, I'm your friend.
Monster in for proper bashing.
Yeah, a little surprisingly, this uses Zanza's busty. It is worth focusing on the Fog Knights. They're only level 75, but are mean. And we may get to see the meanest thing about this fight. Fortunately, he can be toppled. He recovers very quickly. It is worth noting that the use of Zanza the Divine in this fight is curious. I can say, as someone who knows a lot of the lore of the series, this creature is unrelated to Zanza. Wow, that final boss was easy.
Success! King of Fog, white dust! And kindly never to come back.
Shulk, what's wrong?
The sky.
The rift is expanding.
Mama, something not right. Foggy fluffies all coming together.
And this is one of the best tracks in the game, in my opinion.
Not take no for answer.
What is the meaning of this?
It must be drawing its strength from the rift. And now it's even bigger.
Elvis doesn't give a fuck anymore, Stitch.
In other words, if we could close the rift, we might have a chance.
It's possible. But first, let's do all that we can here.
You're right.
This is all over Kino's head. What does Hero One fight against impossible odds is natural like breathing. Fine then. Time to dish out extra mega circular fishy fishy with cherry on top.
Yeah, Stitch, Shulk doesn't have a Monado. That is a replica Monado. And I am going to immediately go for a daze. I have the Pond Spectres ready, And being able to daze this guy early on is such a huge advantage. And extra chance. This is something that occasionally happens, where the Pun Spectres will just do their thing twice. So now we'll get some damage in. And yeah, that does a ton of damage. And yet with all of that, we've only done about a third of his total damage. He was going to use an attack there called Agnost Beam, which is a very interesting name. It's particularly interesting because a lot of the Xeno series pulls from a Christian sect called the Gnostics. And here we have Agnost. The Gnostics are about knowledge. Agnost is no knowledge. It's interesting that you've got that reversal. Hey, I managed to fill up the bonus damage bar. I think that's my first time ever. We managed to get another daze in, and it looks like this fight is going pretty smoothly. Topple him again. He recovers from topples so quickly. But it doesn't matter.
No use! It keep happening! What are we supposed to do now?
Don't give up. No matter how many times it returns, we can bring it down just the same.
God, Melee is cool.
Our future must be kept safe.
Oh!
What? Telethia? Why? What? What on Bionis?
The Telethia are attacking the rift.
Melia, for whatever reason, those explosions seem to be distorting and destabilizing the rift.
Incredible. They saved us. Fine. Time to finish this. Please, buy me some time.
Yes, Kino! Shoot
Grant me your
it!
strength, friends.
The Fog King is defeated. The rift is closed.
It's the throne! Big win for good guys!
The future is safe. Finally.
It is.
That is a very satisfying final boss fight. I want to pause for a moment to tell you about why I brought Melia in, and why specifically I equipped her with Spear Break and Starlight Kick, which were arts I didn't use on Melia in the base game. And the reason is simply this. There was that attack I called out that the Fog King has. I think it was Agnost Beam or Agnost Wave, something like that. That is a forced topple for the entire party for 15 seconds. It is the most brutal attack any boss in Xenoblade has. It is absurd. And there's no way to defend against it. However, since Melia is able to force topple, I just came in there, saw him charging up, and toppled him out of his attack. And it is so much... It's a much better fight when you can just do that. And they return to Grandel in triumph. And here's the everyone. Stitch, why must you lie like this? But also the answer is everything. And there is Tyrea. Once tasked to assassinate Melia, who hated her for so long, and has grown to respect her, if not like her. There is a bit of cutscene at the end. But while we're waiting for that, I wanna talk a little bit about thank you, Niv. I want to talk a little bit about Future Connected. By the way, these scenes on the left, this is everybody getting back to Colony 9. The Junks is repaired, they come back. Future Connected has, I think, some of the best music and some of the best environments in the entirety of Xenoblade Chronicles. I think the Bionis shoulder is stunning, is beautifully designed. even more than the base game, achieves that go anywhere feeling. That is so fantastic. By nature of being shorter and more condensed, I find that the story does not have the same emotional depth. It could have, but it doesn't. It does still have some very good emotional moments. It genuinely does. But it's not quite the same thing. No, Stitch, you've got amazing emotional depth, and I adore you. However, I think it is such a beautiful thing that they gave Melia a story that was hers. In many ways, Melia felt like the character who's left out of the base game. But this is her story. It's Dunban! The best lad is back! Also Fiora with her short, cute hair.
They're waiting for you, Melia.
Does this world need a coronation? I just don't see the point.
You can't have a rainbow without
Don't
rain,
say
baby.
It is the will of the people.
Stitch.
It will mark the birth of a new era.
You'd also have been a fine choice.
Yes, well. I'm occupied with my research, as you know. Empress Melia.
Don't mock me.
Here we go.
Yes.
The background music here is an instrumental rendition of Beyond the Sky, the credits music from Xenoblade Chronicles. As I said, what I think is so important is they gave Melia her story. Melia is very important to the base game, but I feel that Melia always feels a little bit like the character who never quite gets her story finished. And so they gave her that. They also they changed some of the mechanics, I feel, primarily for the better. Future Connected is imperfect, but is still great. I am so glad to have been able to share this, as well as the base game, with everybody. It is a wonderful experience for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested, this game is worth playing. Even if you've watched me play it and you've seen all of the story beats, the game is worth playing anyway. This is my 4th time playing it, and the story beats still hit the way they always hit. There are moments throughout which are absolutely incredible, which are so well paced that it doesn't matter if you already know they're coming. They're still very, very powerful. One thing I would like to quickly look at is also thank you, Niv. Something that I appreciate that Xenoblade Chronicles does, I'm sure it's not unique in this, but it's not as common as I would like it to be, is the event theater, where you can watch any cutscene from the main game, being whether they be main story cutscenes, or heart-to-hearts or quiet moments, just without any extra effort. You just come here, and it's got a list of all of these, and it's such a good way to let you check things. And specifically, there is a cutscene I'm looking for, just because I want to show it again. It is this one. It is called Unfinished Business. It includes the best track in the game, called Unfinished Battle, which plays once and does not loop. What I also like is you can customize characters' appearances for this. You can give Shulk the true Monado. You can give him the replica Monado, even though it's a main game cutscene. I think it's just a really nice thing to give people the option to do this. So apart from Shulk having like his normal weapon, you can change the time of day and weather in some of them, not in this one. I do agree, Stitch. I know why they did it, but it is a bit disappointing. We've seen this cutscene before. I just want to show it once more because it is the coolest moment. It's the coolest thing anybody does in any game, and especially in this one. It does sort of, Josh. You can get them in the DLC. I think Zord, by the way, is an amazing character. Stitch, in the Land of Challenge ones aren't all just color changes.
Did we get him?
Got to hand it to you. You beat me without even releasing the true power of the Monado.
True power? What do you know about the Monado?
Not enough.
Sorry, boy. I can't tell you that. You'll have to find out the truth on your own.
The truth?
When I became what you see now, that's when my eyes were opened. Was a
Knowing
good
the
ride
base,
while it lasted.
like knowing the entire story of the base game,
When you became like this?
Zord's story becomes
What do you
very
mean?
interesting.
Time's up, Pipsqueak. I'm gone!
Zord! Get back!
But that's not the cool part of the cutscene. The cool part of the cutscene starts in just a moment. I mostly just wanted to draw attention to the existence of the event theater, which not everybody seems to know about. But also, I'm actually going to put up the sound for this and not talk too much, because the music here is so good.
We smashed that bronze idiot. Now the people of Colony 6 can rest in peace.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Fucking Juju.
Shala,
I thank the stars you're all right.
where are we?
Just outside Colony 6. Thanks to Shulk and Ryan, we destroyed that thing. But not everyone made it.
Oh? I'm so sorry. Shulk? Ryan? I didn't mean to cause any more trouble, running off like that.
Forget about it, kid. We settled the score.
Thanks.
Yes, but there's still no sign of that Mekon with the metal face. He's the one we're really after.
Yeah.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
It's him! Metal face! Ah!
Not just him. A whole bunch. And tons of them look like Zord.
Pathetic. After all that talk, Zord was crushed by worthless maggots like you.
Oh, this one can talk and all.
I can talk all right. And I got a good memory. Fiora! Get out of there! Get out! Screams were music to my ears.
You're just a big old bully, aren't
Claws
you?
slid right through her soft flesh. Like a hot knife through butter.
Talk all you want. Because those words will be your last!
The Monado! Yeah, it's been a while. But you should know by now. The Monado can't stop me!
Shulk!
Shulk!
I'm gonna...
Any way you slice it, the Monado ain't gonna work, boy. Didn't work then, won't work now. Now, time to cut you down to size. Hey, what?
That's...
Now, let him have it, beast.
Dunban! How did you...
Sorry to have kept you. Looks like we were just in time.
God damn, he's cool. And yeah, that track, Unfinished Battle, plays in that cutscene, and never again. In spite of being maybe the best music in the series. It is unfair. But nonetheless, I mostly just wanted to show off also, Dunban's so cool. Dunban is so cool. But that brings an end to not only this stream, but to this entire series. Xenoblade Chronicles is finished. I am no longer going to be streaming this game, which is kind of hard for me to believe. I have adored every minute of it. I'm so glad and so grateful to all the people who have joined me in watching this, in being part of these streams. There is a lot more coming. I have everything set up so I can play Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I have Xenoblade Chronicles 2. However, I am not going to start Xenoblade Chronicles X immediately. As excited as I am, I think we need a bit of a Xeno break. So next week, Saturday, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. We'll figure it out. But for now, let us see who is raidable. Oh my! Cahill's online. I did not know Cahill was streaming today. Let's give Cahill a big old raid. So as I said, thank you for joining me. It is so special for me to be able to share one of my favorite games, to just nerd out about how much I love it, which I do, and I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to be sharing more of the series, as I said. Xenoblade Chronicles X will probably start in 2 or 3 weeks. And there's so much I love about that as well, in spite of being the weakest. Stitch, you never bothered me. It was lovely having you here, always. This is genuinely kind of an emotional series for me, and kind of an emotional finale. But it was lovely to have people to share it with. And it is now time to tell Cahill how much we love him. I will be streaming again tomorrow at about 2:30 Eastern Time, continuing with Night in the Woods. The rest of my streams, you can check out the schedule channel in my Discord. I hope you all have a lovely evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you around. Ciao.